This is our second attempt at getting into Slovenia. It didn't work the first time, we were turned away.
They turned us away, took our passports from us, made us turn around, come back, and now we're trying to get into Slovenia a different way. You know what, I just want to check the electric, and we tripped the system again.
Welcome to Slovenia.
Thank you.
We're gonna drink some cider later.
Shoving your camera up your Well, that's a first. We've used this border crossing to get from Croatia to Slovenia before, but we're not allowed anymore because we're not EU citizens anymore, and we have to go back and follow the signs to Ljubljana, which I also think means that we're going to have to buy a vignette. We can't avoid the highways and the tollways, which we were going to do.
And she's kept hold of our passports, so to make sure we do turn around and come back. So we're going to grab our passports when we go back into Croatia.
We spent less time in Slovenia this time than we did in Bosnia.
They've sent us down the major route into Slovenia now because we weren't EU citizens, so fingers crossed we can get into Slovenia on this way. Yay, we made it in Slovenia!
Yay!
Till when are you staying?
Either 1 or 2 nights.
1 or 2 nights.
I'm not sure.
Okay. You know the camp a little bit.
Well, it's been 5 years.
Been a while.
Yeah. So we're here at the reception. Across the street you have the restaurant. It's open from 9 a.m. until around 9 p.m.
Excellent.
Behind the restaurant you have a raft garage where you can agree on activities, so adrenaline park, kayaking, mini golf, whatever you like.
Okay.
The blue boxes are toilets and showers. These are all the camping spots. You can go in and find the place that you like.
It looks bigger than I remember.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe it was just like that before.
It was over here last time.
Yeah, I remember being over there somewhere.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Wonderful.
No problem.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, this site is surrounded by trees, so the Starlink is probably going to be a bit hit or miss, but I'm going to put it up anyway. Right, let's hope it gets a signal. So we came to this campsite 5 years ago, I think, and the kids had a great time. And so we thought we'll come back and do it again. I didn't think there was 2 days worth of activities here, but it looks like there's way more than 2 days worth of activities here. So to start with, George has seen the kids going around on the go-kart, so he wants to rent a go-kart, eh? So I think Harry and George are going to rent a go-kart and go for a spin around the campsite.
You will go alone, one-on-one?
Alone.
Okay. So if it's too small, just pull out the seat and
Slide it back.
yeah. Okay, that's 10 euros for both. Okay.
See you later, George. How was that, George?
That was tiring, but worth it.
They had way too much fun, my love.
Oh, fantastic.
What are you doing all wrapped up? Anyone think it's cold?
No, it's not cold, but I got so badly bitten last night. I'm not taking that chance again. I'm so itchy.
That was a lot of fun. That really was. But you know what? I just went and checked the electric and we tripped the system again. Got to keep my eye on that. And it was only set to 10 amps. So I've dropped it to 6 amps now. And fingers crossed, it won't trip the system and we'll charge the batteries up. Night mode is activated. And George wanted to show you where he sleeps. Georgie?
Here we go. Oh God, that hurt.
Right, it's time to get the bed down. Night, George.
Good night.
So this is what we've come here for. Not sure the camera's picking it up well, but an adrenaline course through the trees.
So apparently, if you're under 15, you need an over 18 with you. So we're going to go get changed. I'm going to go and do it.
So we've come here for the adrenaline climbing through the woods. That's what is really, really good about this park. Got the guys together, got the wriggle on, got up there, and unfortunately Ed is the only one that can do it by himself. The other two need adult supervision, and Ed is not classed as an adult. Now, I do not fancy climbing up through all them trees and doing the zip line and what have you. So Lindsay is reluctantly hunting down her trainers right now to go and do it with the boys. She's not very happy about it, but top mum. Someone's got to be down here with a camera filming it, right? You all right, my love?
Yeah.
We're going to go for this. You're going to be working muscles you never thought you had.
I'll be shoving your camera up your...
Met with the owner here.
Sorry, what's your name?
Are you going shy on camera?
Jure,
Jure. And I'm Lindsay.
welcome to Slovenia.
Thank you.
We're gonna drink some cider later.
We'll
Yeah,
drink some
okay.
cider later. Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
And this is Steve as well. So we're Steve and Lindsay, and these are our boys. Yuri, how long were you in the campsite?
22 years.
Just you, or is it a family business? Was it?
Yeah, I started camping and then I started family.
Right. Okay, so it's his first.
Oh.
Okay, so it wasn't part of your older
Yeah,
family?
it was camping before with the other guy and then was locked for 10 years, was closed, and then I was actually student of orthopedics and I hear in Ljubljana people are bored in the weekends and I say come to the valley and Savinska Valley, we're gonna have fun, and I started international camps for students in Ljubljana, but I was studying orthopedics and then I wanted to continue, but hocus pocus, one lady told me this is for sale and I said yes. I came home, I said, Mom, I bought a camping, and Mama, Mom, they were a bit angry, and but yeah, at the end it was a interesting start in 2000, 1st July, and then then after first 7 years was a bit slowly, and then was a big expansion, and so far changed a lot. Campsite and but also all the camping situation changed, and glamping, mobile homes, and sports and stuff. So now the campsite is more or less a resort of a holiday park, because you can swim in the river, in the lake, you can climb, sports, animation, wine tasting, all kind of accommodations. So it's we can call it in a way tutti frutti.
I love that it's got everything. When did you put the adrenaline park in?
Right, that's the draw for us, the adrenaline park.
10 years ago, the first one, and
Yeah.
then we put it down this winter, and it's a completely new one.
Right, because the boys have been on it 5 years ago,
Yeah.
so it's going to be new.
So
I'm going on it this time.
So Adventure Park is bigger and your boys are bigger.
Yeah.
Right.
And me.
Well, now Lindsay is going to have a go on it as well, so
Yeah.
because they need an adult with them. So
They need a grown up, so I have to be a grown up.
Yeah. no guts, no glory.
Exactly.
We have no milk, no yogurt. And we say also no guts, no glory, no woman, no dinner. No
Oh,
apple,
you
no
can-
apple,
you
no
can
cider.
change that.
no apple, no
No apple,
cider.
no
All
cider.
comes down to cider.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, listen,
Lovely,
thank,
thank you.
thanks for having a few words with us.
Thank you.
Okay, they're all getting kitted up to go. You looking forward to this, George?
75 euros in total.
Looking good, my love.
So here's a parenting hack for you. Have children when you're young, so that when they're the age to do this, you're still young.
You're still young, my love.
I do not feel it.
So what we do is we stretch the legs, we stretch the arms, and keep our heads back. Okay, that's how you turn yourself. And then you go down into this line.
Anything to say before you sit off on the course?
Oh, you're asking for my last words. Lead by example, and nothing good ever happens in your comfort zone.
Good luck, my love.
This is awful. Whose idea was this? No, I'm stuck.
You're doing well, love. Yay, well done, love. Next up, blue course. Are you ready for this, George?
Hopefully.
And that just leaves the red course left. done really, really well though.
Yeah.
So I think that was good value. That was €75 for all 4 of them to do all 3 of the adrenaline lines there, and it took about 2 hours in total. Okay, to cool off after the adrenaline park, Linz and the boys have jumped in the river.
Hi.
Hey,
Oh gosh,
that cooling you down after the adrenaline?
beautiful. It's cold, but it is beautiful.
Seen this airbed here?
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Ready? Bit of synchro swimming for you.
Go on. So Lynn's just been in for a dip after going on the adrenaline ropes.
And lost the GoPro.
So there'll not be much driving footage, guys, going forward.
Or going back for a couple of days either.
Yes,
Sorry.
we've lost a couple of days worth of footage, but that's okay, it was an accident. Right, go shower.
Yes.
And we've got a video to make for Swift.
Yes.
I'm sat here doing some video editing while they've been in the river, and now Ed's in the shower. But how about this? I've just had a message from Ed. Can you bring me a towel, please? Now, I don't know what's worse, the fact that he's forgotten his towel, or the fact that he's taken his phone to the shower and no towel. What's the chance? Right, we had a bit of a big breakfast. It's now mid-afternoon and everyone's getting a little bit hungry. So, we've got a little bit on the cook. We've got some burgers again, and we've got some chicken pieces, which were on skewers, but I couldn't fit them in the pan on skewers, so they're just chicken pieces now. And Lynn's
Yeah.
is knocking up something inside. What are you doing, love?
Coleslaw first of all.
Coleslaw.
Yeah, we've not had coleslaw in ages, and the cabbage was looking a bit sorry. So I've stripped it down and...
But that's not Hellman's.
no.
Dun, dun, dun.
We've got Hellman's or Heinz, but I'm determined to finish this before we move back onto it. Month end again. We've got salaries to pay, work to do. But that's okay.
But the Starlink is struggling a little today, right?
Yes. So I am using the campsite Wi-Fi and Surfshark, of course. But I'm getting it done, so it's going to be fine.
Well, while she's getting on with the boring jobs, I'm going to go and look for George, because we sent him off about 5-10 minutes ago to see if he can rent a go-kart again. So let's go and see if we can find him.
You check the washing machine while you're at it.
Alright, here we are. Your dad, jump in the back.
Well, we've got a night out. We've been invited for some cider and some wine tasting.
We've managed to get the only table left in the restaurant, and it's the exact same table that we sat when we were here last time.
It is. And it was the last table then as well.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the only one outside. There are some undercover by the table tennis tables.
So we're planning next year's trip already, aren't we? Now, originally Morocco is top of my list.
I've just found a taverna in Corfu that you can park. It's an on-the-beach taverna, and you can park behind it and be right on a Greek beach.
Lynn's thinking, come down this way again, more of Albania, and then maybe more of Greece, and going east, Bulgaria maybe, Hungary, Slovakia. Where do you guys think? Where do you guys think we'll go next year? And where are you guys thinking of going next year on your summer holidays? Let us know in the comments. George, what are you doing? So listen, we gave the guys €30 each. Yeah?
Yes, we did at the beginning of the holiday.
And we asked Harry the other day, knowing was full well he'd spent some money, how much he had left. And how much do you think he said?
€30.
So I don't know how he's done it, but he bought stuff and he still has €30.
Yeah, but he's the boy that would end up with 45 by the end of the summer. And everything he wanted in between.
We then met up with the owner that we'd arranged to earlier and sampled some of his lovely cider and many, many of his wines. He also gave the boys marshmallows to toast on the bonfire that he had out there. It was lovely. It was a really nice evening. I didn't record much, but I did record these guys that got up and did a little number in the barn. Time to pack up the pitch one more time. Our holiday is coming close to being at an end, but we still have a few stops left. Today we're going to the Grossglockner, or the Grossglockner. Quite a drive. It's going to be 5.5, 6 hours drive, I think, to get there. Right guys, I'm going to be the bearer of bad news right here. It's only now in the edit that I found out whilst I was shooting this little scene packing away that when I moved the camera I accidentally pressed the S&Q button again, which shoots it in slow-mo without any audio and a terrible colour profile. So we don't have the bit where that lovely owner came over and gave us a load of bottles of wine to go away with. We then told him that we'd lost the GoPro in the river the previous day, and he decides to strip down to his underpants and dive into the river and go looking for the GoPro. What's the chance of that? What a lovely guy. Unfortunately, after looking for kind of 5-10 minutes, he couldn't find it either. It was very, very murky. But how lovely of him to go and try and help for that.
We have to check out. This has been one of my favourite stops. What I think this site has that the big Croatian sites haven't got is that personal touch. At the big sites you get amazing customer service. They're really good. They know exactly what they want to do and what you want, and they'll deliver your service brilliantly. But here it's a really personal touch. And I don't think it's just because we've been talking to Yura. Everybody else here is great. It's been so lovely. I had the best day yesterday. I'm a bit achy and I've got bruises. But I really enjoyed doing the Treetop thing. It was really good once I got in the mood for it. And then last night we had the best evening down by the fire pit, tasting wines, chatting, just the best night. It's been, I think this place could actually be the perfect campsite.
So it's 138 and 16 cents.
You got the card?
Got my,
It's 139 euros for the 5 of us for an electric pitch, and we have had the best time. I think that's really great value. Earlier I said this was probably my perfect camp. It has got lots of shaded pitches from ancient trees. It's got a river, it's got a lake, it's got the adrenaline park, it's got a park for kids, it's got a restaurant, it's got table tennis. It has everything that we want, but it feels like it's a manageable family size campsite.
and you know what? We haven't shown them around properly.
No.
Let's do that before we leave.
Okay.
Okay, the reception is here, and you've got your barriers here. And right over here, you have a couple of table tennis tables. There is a small bar here, but last night here, they had a group of people having the best time, and they got up and did some karaoke.
There are also hostels. There are groups of people that are here to do team building, and there's even youth groups here as well. It's just fab.
And here is the restaurant we were in last night, and right here is the main draw for the campsite. It's the adrenaline park. It really is amazing and a hive of activity. Okay, there's crazy golf going on over here, but here is the fire pit where we spent the evening yesterday with the owner drinking wine. And what an evening it was too. It was amazing.
Kids had a fantastic time on the go-karts.
Yeah, these are great. They seem to be regularly rented out by the kids. How much was it? €5 for half an hour, I think.
Great value. I think we paid more for that in Croatia. This place makes me smile. We've got mountains, we've got a river and a lake and trees. Look at the trees.
And this adrenaline park, this is just, it's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I might be gushing a little bit, but I really, really love this.
There are lodges like this. And there's plenty of them you can rent out to, and I think they're good value. Some of them have a hot tub too. Now a tour wouldn't be a tour without taking them around the facilities.
True. I'll go in there and you go in the men's.
Right, you've got outside washing up area here. Oh, look at that spider. And you've got some sinks here. Urinals and the toilets and the showers. Facilities here are perfect, they really are, and there are several of these blocks dotted around. And here's another toilet block area with outside sinks, and I like this is really quirky, look at this. Love the graphics they put on the toilets and on the showers. Camp in Menina. If you're in Slovenia, guys, just make sure you come and check this place out because it is very special.
What this place has that a lot of other places doesn't have is Ura. He bought this when he was 22, 23 years old. He was studying at university and decided that actually this plot of land, when it came up for sale, was his future. And you can tell it's such a passion project for him. Every year he adds more, he changes it, and he works so hard. In the last 4 months, I think he's had 4 days off. I think he's earned a holiday himself now, but he loves it too much. He enjoys being here, and that's what you feel at this place.
I know everyone's been recommending Lake Bled to us, but this place you must visit, guys. It's got so much going for it.
It's got more heart.
But we must go now.
Let's do it.
Right, that's the van packed up. We're ready to hit the road. We're going to the Grossglockner.